Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Okanda, my Canada core island. Today I'm going to be doing our final tour of Okanda before we restart, and we're also going to be releasing the dream address. The final dream address is here for Okanda. So here is our final map for Okanda. You can see the dream address is there at the bottom if you want to follow along with this tour. We have our beautiful villager lineup. I won't talk too much about these villagers, but I could talk about these villagers for hours because they are the cream of the crop, Canada core perfection. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. We have Claude, Teddy, Hazel, Dottie, Kiki, Olivia, Poppy, Grizzly, Hans, and Eric. Top tier, fantastic, love them to pieces. Let's tour this island. We have the entrance and Sahara really ignoring the camel. There you go. Here is our entrance to Okanda. We have this beautiful road path, and we also have our city skyline done all with simple panels. If only we had had the medieval building sides at that point, maybe I wouldn't have done it this way, but I'm actually super happy with how this came out, especially this little apartment entryway. Feels super cozy and super Canadian. We have a little welcome desk here with apples that are the native fruit of Okanda. And then if we come up these stairs, we have a beautiful welcoming CN Tower lookout area. This is a restaurant and you have a city skyline. I can look through this telescope and have a nice meal with a sweetheart over here. And if we come back down, I'm gonna go to this side, change things up a little bit. We have the main Tim Hortons, the big mama Tim Hortons on the island. It's the largest one on the island. There are many Tim Hortons because there are many Tim Hortons in Canada. If I come down onto the beach from here, I have a little beach cleanup area. So we have some porta potties. This was a video made for Team C's, an effort to clean up the ocean. So I think that they've already hit their donation goal, as far as I know, which was $30 million. And I made these little t-shirts and I put them all over. So Okanda is cleaning up the beaches. Now, not ruining that shopping district view, coming up between this Tim Hortons, we have this lovely road and it leads up to resident services where you will have woken up from in the dream. So I have some presents over here. I won't spoil it, but there are a couple of outfits you can choose from. Resident services is decorated really simply. I just put these little stalls over here to add a little bit more depth. Let's go to the left and look at the shopping district. So first in the shopping district, we have a little souvenir shop for all of your Okanda souvenirs. We have an apple chair, which is super funny when my villagers sit on it because it's just meant for decoration, but then they're literally with their back to you. We can buy some maple syrup back there. And we have Nook's Cranny over here with some of the new 2.0 items in front. And this right here is probably my favorite view on my entire island. I love Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny with this Tim Hortons in between. One of my favorites on this island. So that brings us nicely to Able Sisters, just very simply decorated as well. We have a little Canada Post and Canadian Tire with it beside there. If you want any of these custom design codes, I have all of the links down below in the description. I did actually create a lot of the codes for this island, especially anything that has like a logo on it. It's probably something that I have designed. And then beside Canadian Tire, we also have the museum build. So that tucks in very nicely with my shopping district. If I come down over this bridge, we have beaver tails and poutine on the one side. Horrible for you food, fried, delicious. And of course, we have another Tim Hortons over here to the right. I have to have as many as possible. You can see that there's actually a Tim Hortons within sight of another Tim Hortons, which is completely possible in Canada and happens quite often. So we have our little Tim Hortons, and we also have a bagel shop. I actually created a custom design hat in the shape of a bagel, but since we got actual bagel items, I changed those out and they look super cute down here. We have a little eating area after you've gotten your bagel and your Tim Hortons. You can come down here and have a little lunchtime, just a tiny picnic area, and then another one with a little puppy over here. And we have some boats just scattered along the left-hand coast just to make their beaches feel a little bit more full. Back here between the Canadian Tire and the post office, I'm gonna go up this incline into a residential neighborhood. I think it's so sweet. And we have 3 villagers up here. On this side, we have Eric. He has a little garden over here and a little place to read a magazine on this deck. And on this right-hand side, we have Kiki, who has a little reading area just tucked behind, and Hazel has a little barbecue area. She's having a barbecue, family barbecue, friends barbecue, and then she has a little duck pond out in front over here. Super cute. And this neighborhood is pretty much a pass-through too, which is really nice for mobility on my island. Has been really useful. But if you come to the one side, you actually get a view of the Via Rail train pulling into the station. This view is so special to me. I created this Via Rail train custom design. I'm super proud of it. And let's go down and look at the station as well. So we have a little parking lot, of course, and we have our train station. You can wait for your train. It just has a little wind turbine up top. And there are 2 train stations on my island. This is the West Coast station. And the train is there, and we come back along here and we get to Dottie's house. And then up farther, we have another Tim Hortons, this time a pretty small one, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Just tucked in and right before you're going up to the Rocky Mountains area, which we'll get to in a second. We have my house back here as well. I've always wanted to live on the West Coast. I've never actually been to the West Coast, so I wanted to put my house a little cabin, actually not too little of a cabin. I just have a small seating area, and then if you come out this way, actually there is a little surfers area over here, a bench. The beaches in Canada are not really like terribly full of things, so I kept it pretty simple to be a little bit more realistic. Yes, sure, you did it for realism, right? No, you in no way did it because you were running out of steam and you want to start a new island. And I have a side yard over here with a little pre-2.0 garden that I created and a picnic spot. And then if you come back along here, just a really simple spot that I would love to hang out. This is just all that I would want on a beach. So that's what we got going on back here at the secret beach. And let's go back down and around to the prairies. Let's go check out the prairies. So if I come down along this road actually leads behind the neighborhood. I just have a little seating area over here, and then the prairies along the train tracks. This is my final prairie look that I went for at one point when I first made it. This was all yellow hyacinths, and then I thought when I saw the wheat field item that I wanted to make it all the wheat field, but I really enjoy the mixture of both wheat field and actual wheat items. I think it makes it a lot more aesthetically pleasing just for me, and I also put some weeds in between, and I put a couple of tractors in here because why not? We got some windmills in the back for some ambiance, and it turned out really good. If I come straight down, actually you can see that it connects to my shopping district and resident services over here. So that's a little bridge passway. And I have a little crafting station. This was where I kept my storage shed, my ABM, and a little crafting bench sneaky back there so that I can use it whenever I need to. And behind resident services, I made this tiny little park. It looks especially cute now that they've connected the street light with the actual top of resident services. So you walk back here and it's just a tiny little park with a fountain, and you can see the beautiful prairies on the top left, which I love that view. I love the view of seeing this park and then seeing the prairies in the background. And coming back along even further, we have the lake. This was a pretty major thing for me. I always wanted a lake on my island. Did I crush the perspective build? Not quite, but it still feels like a lake, still feels cozy, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. And if I continue along even further, we come to the little East Coast train station here. It turned out super cute. It's basically just a smaller copy of the West Coast train station. And we have a nature transition area. So this is kind of an awkward strip down the side of my island, but I decided to make it into a little hiking path, and I think it's perfect. This is exactly what a hiking trail feels like in Canada. And it leads back there to a farmer's market, but we will just explore the East Coast a little bit more here. We have Claude's area, and then we have our restaurant. This restaurant is a seafood restaurant. I have a little entryway to the restaurant. Maybe you can order some takeout from here, but if you come down along farther, you can actually go into the restaurant, get some fish and chips, which I was super happy to see fish and chips be added. I can't remember what fish I had to catch, but I spent a lot of time trying to catch that fish to make that fish and chips. And we have a couple more seating areas just along here. And then at one table, they're actually having dessert and coffee. And then we have our little kitchen back here for the seafood restaurant. Back onto the road, there is another small Tim Hortons. I think you've seen all the Tim Hortons now. I think so. And down here, we're actually connected back to the entrance, and we have our East Coast area. So this is a little surf shop, very tiny seafood area with a few little delicacies over here. And then Olivia's house with our East Coast fishing boats. So these fishing boats, of course, were made before we had the yacht items, but I am super happy, and I actually enjoy them looking this way because they actually feel more like the kind of boats that you would see on the East Coast. So I'm super happy with how that came out. And then we have a lighthouse up there. This is to represent Peggy's Cove on the East Coast. Very iconic. I've never been there, but the pictures look stunning, and I cannot wait to one day explore that more. I have actually been to the East Coast, but we went to Prince Edward Island when we went. Cozy little lighthouse lookout over the restaurant. And let's go back up through this transition area, jumping around a little bit. We're gonna go up through the transition area over this bridge to the farmer's market. This is Poppy's farmer's market. I have given it to her. That's her house on the right there. But this is her farmer's market. She manages it, makes sure everything is running smoothly, and it's super cute. I, again, made this before the 2.0 update, and I'm super happy with it. And we have on the right here a little spot where she's selling some baked goods, some strawberries, and a little chair for her to just sit. And a little tiny patch of vegetables. Back here we have some benches, and we have Teddy's house. So Teddy is our golfer here on Okanda. He goes away golfing with like Claude, and they go away golfing, and then they come back and they just chill over here and have a couple snacks, have a coffee, unwind, talk about the game, and then this is their cozy little lounge club. Down again, we have the campsite, and I actually amiiboed in Dom, my birthday twin, for this dream address release, so it will be there in the campsite. And I have a tiny little apiary here, some butterflies, loving it, bugs. Yep, that's the campsite. And we continue kind of with the campsite vibes with this picnic area for Canada Day. So I actually built this on Canada Day, and this is my little celebration space for a Canada celebration over here. Continuing over this bridge, we have an annoying fossil that is now going to be there forever that I missed, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. It's okay. We have a little lighthouse up there on the cliff, which makes me so happy. There are so many bugs over here. This is insane. This is Grizzly's house. I gave him a single tomato plant and a little bit of decoration, a little fishing area, and that was it for Grizzly's house. This incline marks the entry to our Rocky Mountains. So this is the start of the Rocky Mountains, and if I come up here, I have Hans's house. This is a sad story. So when I first made Hans's house, I actually had a 4th level of terraforming behind his house. It was so good. But then 2.0 came along and my 4th level was all taken down. Every item was put into the recycling bin. It was a bummer. It's fine. It's fine. I actually ended up putting a lot of the same decorations back behind there, and still some of the trees do poke out behind his house, so it's fine. This is his little dog sled team, and if we come down here, we have a hot springs back here. I would spend all day here. This is one of my favorite little spots just because it feels so wintry, but it also has like just a cozy vibe too. Super happy with how this hot springs came out. And then if you come down here through, you can find my rock garden that gave me a lot of trouble because this rock, this rock, but I love everything about this little Rocky Mountain rock garden in general. Get it? It's a Rocky Mountain rock garden. And if we come back down here, this is the other incline up to the Rocky Mountains. We are back down at my house. Let's do a quick tour, very quick tour of my house. So this is the main room of my house. Get a drink of water ready for this house tour, and every single time I say the word cozy, take a sip of water. You will be so hydrated. You're welcome. I think it's super cute and cozy. I just wanted to keep it simple with this very functional room. So we have a workbench, which I use literally all the time, and also we have a dresser, a wardrobe. So those are my main things that I keep in this main room. To the left we go. We have a very simple bathroom. I really like this bathroom though. I feel like it's super cozy. Again, a lot of wood vibes, the red, and I would love to chill in this bathroom, have a really cozy bath. So that is my little bathroom. Let's go to the top now. So this is my little kitchen. I think it's super cozy. I can't believe how small these rooms are. I'm so used to Happy Home Paradise now with the rooms being a pretty decent size and being able to adjust the size of the rooms. But this is my little cozy kitchen. I kept it really red to stay on brand for Canada Core and just gave it some homey little details and accents. Put a little Canada flag up there on the wall. I really do love this base room though. It feels super cozy and homey. So over on the right, we have a cozy little den, kind of a living room space, but kind of also a little workspace. Maybe a kid is doing their homework and a family is hanging out, just watching a show. The family cozy TV area, which I really do enjoy. I didn't do a spin. I did not do a spin. There's not much going on that back wall. There it is. And first we will go upstairs. Now this room is very, very cozy. I think the main room is my favorite, but I think this is my second favorite room in my house. I have a cozy little study area over here and a bed, of course. And I also have a mirror in here so I can change my look whenever I want. And I have a dresser here so I can get changed. So this is my little seating area here on the one side of my bedroom. This is basically like a really, really nice bedroom with a seating area. And last but not least, the basement. This is my really funny little functional basement. As you can see, I've got all the posters for all my villagers up on the wall, and I have a little laundry station with the dresser so I can get changed. I have some gyroids that I've collected on Okanda. I didn't really get too far with the gyroids on this island. I can do some crafting, throw some stuff in the garbage, but it also feels like an actual basement kind of, except for this wallpaper. I don't know why this room makes me so happy, but it just makes me so happy that it's so functional. So let's take the pipe and go back to the very front of my island. Wait, but first we have to have our final montage moment for Okanda. Thank you so much everybody for watching today. I hope you enjoyed Okanda's final tour, and if you're excited for what's coming next, then stay tuned because on Saturday we'll be having a very special stream where we actually say fully goodbye to Okanda and restart with a new island theme, brand new island. I am super excited. I hope you enjoyed seeing Okanda's final tour as much as I enjoyed making this island. If you're curious about any of the builds that we've done on this island, please go check out the Okanda playlist on my channel. All of the videos that I've ever made for this island are there, all succinct, so you can watch them in a row and get the whole picture, the whole story of this island. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.